Hi guys, today we are going to learn about Surds and how we can solve Surds question in a fast way, quicker way. We are going to see here. So without wasting time, let's go for the question and we'll solve one by one. So let's see here it is square root 80 is given and we need to solve it with the help of quicker way. So I'm going to tell you the technique. It's very easy. Write down 80. Okay, and keep dividing by 2. So we are going to follow the number in a order. First we are going to take 2. If it is not possible, then we are going to take 3, 4, 5, and so on. So let's take 2. So if you take 2, then it will be 40. Half of 80 is 40. Then if you divide by 2 again, so half of 40 will be 20. Keep taking 2 until it is dividing. Then 2, half of 20 will be 10. Then again 2, half of 10 will be 5. Now no need to take 2. After 2 we will take 3, but 3 doesn't go in 5, so let's go for 4. 4 doesn't go in 5, so let's take 5. 5 goes. So this is the way we follow order. Yeah, so first we follow 2, then 3, then 4 and 5 and so on. So here we got, and we have done a square root. So see how I'm going to write down the answer. So this is a square root of 80. Okay, and I'm going to write down the answer. See, these two, they are in a pair, right? So write down 1 2 for one pair. Remember what I said? Write down 1 2 for one pair. So for this pair I have written 1 2. Yeah, now put time sign. Now this 2 and another 2, they are also in pair. So for this pair I will write down another 2. So for this pair I have write down another 2. Poor 5 is crying. Oh, no, there is no one to pair. Yeah, I said don't worry, I am with you. So let's write down 5. Yeah, so we write down 5, but 5 with a square root sign. Okay, so we write down 5 with a square root sign, and tada, we have done. So see here, 2 times 2 is 4 and 4 root 5. Yeah, 4 root 5. So what you need to do, guys, whatever you are getting in pair, write down one time. Another pair, write down one time. Whatever is unpaired, write down with a square root sign, and that's it. This is 4 root 5. Now we can check quickly whether we have done it right or wrong. So quickly we can check. So our answer is 4 root 5. Okay, if you square this here, square like when you do square like 3 square, so 3 square means 3 times 3. Yeah, so if we square it, so 4 square is 16 and root 5 square, that is 5. So if you know this rule, like root a times root a becomes a. So root 5 square, that is root 5 times root 5 becomes 5. So that's why I have written 5, and 6 times 5 is 80. So we are getting 80. So it means our question is right here. Now let's move for next question. This is 200. So write down 200 here, and same process, start dividing by 2. Yeah, so 2, if you divide 200 by 2 you get 100. Again keep taking 2 until you're getting, so 100 divided by 2, it is 50. Now again 50 divided by 2, that is 25. Now 25 doesn't come in 2 timetable, let's go for 3. 25 doesn't come in 3 timetable, let's go for 4. 25 doesn't come in 4 timetable, so let's go for 5. So we will follow order strictly. First 2, then 3, then 4, and so on. Yeah, so 5 times 5 is 25. Now 5 comes in 5 timetable. 5 times 1 is 5. Once you have got 1, it means it is completed. So let's write down answer. Yeah, so I'm going to write down the answer, square root of 200 here, square root of 200. So let's write down. So same thing for this pair. Yeah, you write down 1 2. Yeah, now for this pair, this 2 is unpaired, so just leave it. We'll collect pair first. So for this pair you write down 1 5, yeah. So one pair, one number, one pair, one number. This two is started crying, oh, there is nobody to pair here. So I said, don't worry, I am with you. So it is 2. You write down with a square root sign. It is unpaired, so I'm writing with a square root sign. So tada, again we got the answer. 2 times 5 is 10 and 10 root 2. That's it here. Here also we can check. Okay, so checking, we just square it. A square, that is 10 root 2 square. So a square of 10, that is 10 times 10, 100, and a square of root 2, using this rule, a square of root 2 times root 2 becomes 2. So if you multiply 100 times 2, it is 200. Yeah. So you can see these, we are getting 200 here. So that is our answer. That is 10 root 2 is our answer. Yeah. And if you square, then you'll get 200. Similarly here, if you square 4 root 5, you get 80. Yeah. That's it. So now I'm going to tell you another practice questions, and please pause the video and go for it, and we will check the answer one by one. Please pause the video. Welcome back. If you have tried these questions, you can check your working against my working. So I'm going to solve this one first here. So let's factorize 20 first here. So half of 20 is 10. Keep taking 2. Half of 10 is 5. Then 5 doesn't come in 3 time table. 5 doesn't come in 4 time table. So you are going to take 5. 5 times 1 is 5. So for 20 we have done. Yeah. So let's write down. For this pair, you are writing 1, 2 here. And this 5 is unpaired, so you are writing 2 root 5. Okay, now this plus sign from here, this plus sign from here. Let's solve it for 80. Yeah, so 80. So 80 divided by 2, we got 40, and 40 divided by 2, we got 20, and 20 divided by 2, we got 10. 10 divided by 2, we got 5, and 5 divided by 5, we got 1 here. So for this pair, you are going to write down 2. We are writing for 82. For this pair, again you are going to write down 2, and this 5 is unpaired, so write down root 5 here. So let's simplify. So here we got from here we got 2 root 5, and that is 4 root 5. They are like terms because they have root 5 and root 5. And you know one thing, if you have two Pepsi bottle here, two Pepsi bottle and plus three Pepsi bottle. So what you write? You write 5 Pepsi or 5 Pepsi square. Yes? Yes, definitely. We write 5 Pepsi. We never square 5. Okay. So similarly, 2 root 5 and 4 root 5. So root 5 is here Pepsi. Yeah. So 2 plus 4, that is 6, and 6 root 5. Yeah. So 2 root 5 plus 4 root 5, that is 6 root 5. Don't square it. Yeah. That's done. Now let's solve for this one. I'm solving for 200 first. Okay. So let's write down here. So let's do it here. Let me rub this here, so it will be good. So for 200, yeah, so we keep dividing by 2, so it will be 100, then 100 divided by 2, 50. Keep taking 2 until you're getting number, that is 25. Now no need to take 2, no need to take 3, no need to take 4. Let's take 5. 5 times 5 is 25, and 5 times 1 is 5. So 1 we got, it means finish here. Let's write down. So for 200, I'm going to write down, see, for this pair, you write down 1, 2. For this pair, you write down 5. And this is unpaired, you write down root 2. Okay, let's do it for 18 here. So 18, start with 2. 2 times 9 is 18. Then 9 doesn't come in 2 time table. Let's take 3. 3 times 3 is 9, and 3 times 1 is 3. So 1 we have got, so it means finish. So let's write down. So they are in pair. So for root 18, you write down 3, and this is unpaired, so write down with a square root sign. Now next one, It is 72, yeah. So let's do for 72. 72 divided by 2, we got 36. 36 divided by 2, we got 18. 18 divided by 2, we got 9. 9 divided by 3, we got 3. 3 divided by 3, we got 1. So let's do pairing, yeah. So for this pair, for this pair, you are going to write down 1, 2. For this pair, again you are going to write down 3. And for this is, you are going to write down root 2. Okay, so if you multiply, here you got 10 root 2 plus 3 root 2 and minus 6 root 2. Okay, here Pepsi is root 2. So 10 Pepsi plus 3 Pepsi, that is 13 Pepsi, and 13 Pepsi take away 6 Pepsi, that is 7 Pepsi. Or you can write down Pepsi is here root 2. So 10 root 2, sorry, so 10 root 2 plus 3 root 2, that is 13 root 2. 13 root 2 minus 6 root 2, that is 7 root 2. Okay, so let's write down here 7 root 2. Okay, that's it. So I hope you are liking this method, but if you have any problem, you can use this method as well. I'm just telling you, this is suppose square root 200. So you know factor tree, so just make factor tree like this here, 2 and 100, okay, times, then it is 2 and 50, then you can write down 2 and 25, and then 25 you can write down 5 and 5. So we have used prime factor method. So let's this way also you can do it. So for this pair you are going to write down 1 2. For this pair 5 and 5 you are going to write down another number, and this this 2 is unpaired, it is crying, so write down with the square root sign, nobody to pair. So again we got 10 root 2. So we have explained you so many methods, yeah, so many questions and two methods, so you can choose any one method, yeah. Now uh, examiner doesn't mind which method you are using as far as answer is correct. So I hope you have enjoyed the video, and uh, in next video we will do a couple of more questions. Till then, goodbye, thanks for watching.